Mexican wolves are the engine of evolution. They're the reason that the deer are so alert out here, that the elk are so robust and able to run or fight. And the livestock industry, at first they offered bounties and got local and state governments to pay for killing wolves, but the wolves survived. And so in 1915, 105 years ago, the federal government got involved. The U.S. Congress appropriated $125,000, which was real money back in that day, to hire hundreds of hunters and poisoners and trappers to kill as many wolves as they could. And the goal was extinction. By 1945, they killed the last wild wolf that had probably been born in the western United States in southern Colorado at the very close to the border with New Mexico. And then starting in 1950, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the same federal agency, began sending American concocted poison and government-trained personnel to Mexico as a foreign aid project to eliminate the wolves there, so they would no longer occasionally cross north into the U.S. And garner the ire of the livestock industry. They sent poison, they sent traps, and they sent trained personnel. And by the time the Endangered Species Act became a law in 1973, when President Richard Nixon signed it after having proposed it the previous year, by the time the Endangered Species Act became a law, only 7 wolves were successfully rescued and could be bred in captivity to save the entire subspecies from extinction. At the last count, at the beginning of 2020, there was 163 wild Mexican gray wolves in the Southwest, in Arizona and New Mexico, and that's not very many. But even more worrisome is the fact that the genetic diversity that originated with the 7 animals that were saved from extinction decades ago, that has been reduced in the wild U.S. population to the equivalent of just 2 animals worth of genetic diversity.